Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fortress Comic News, episode 436. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, alongside my co-host here, Mike.
Hello,
Mike, what's
hello.
going on, man?
Nothing much. Got to see Chris in person last weekend, so that's always a good time for my wedding celebration. Got to see Chris in a suit. Looked devilishly handsome, if I might add.
Flowering the fuck out of that event. It was good.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I was like, it was funny because when I was standing up, when you're standing up there and getting married, I was like, most people are looking around at their family and stuff, and I was like, where's Chris? And I saw you're the very back row at the end, and I was like, hell yeah, there he is. I was like, that son of a bitch better be here, because everybody else, I don't care. I want to see Chris. So he did make it, folks, and I'm very grateful that he did. He drove out, and it was a great time. Good food, a lot of dancing.
Great food.
Dude, yeah. I did not hear enough good things about the food. So Katie and I did this really smart thing when we were planning like the wedding events. We just picked restaurants that we really liked and then said, hey, do you guys do events? And they're like, yeah, we do. I'm like, okay, perfect. Because that's where we started. We started with the food, and then everything else was like, okay, we can figure that part out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was happy about that. Nowadays with the whole Diamond thing, it's not even like you got it. If you're not in the previews, you're not with Diamond, you're not going to get books out. Well, that's not even relevant anymore, right? So
yeah, I was just talking to my local retailer and about how it's back to the Wild West. Like, we don't know what's going on, and it's
right.
It kind of sucks because there's books that I get some books in like the back of previews, like the super indie, like small publishing arm of it, and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna get as many of those because they're not right in front of me anymore.
Right? How do you get them? Yeah.
And even something like Udon Press, who's handling all the Mega Man stuff, like I gotta have like a very keen eye on when stuff's being announced and everything.
Yeah, a big property like that using a smaller publisher is not.
Yeah, and it's we were talking about how I'm like, I think eventually someone will step up and do previews again. They might not call it previews, but and I think it's gonna be Lunar.
You think
I
so?
think DC's gonna step up and do it.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, it's a low hanging fruit. Just do it.
Well, they got so many people jumping on board Lunar. It just makes sense.
Right? Why not?
So
yeah. So
we'll
hopefully
see.
It's weird. We're like back to like right when COVID was hitting. That's like where we're at, and it's like it hasn't gotten better in that many years. Nobody's really figured it out.
The whole industry is in such a huge flux right now, and it's
but the books are so good.
I've been seeing a lot from smaller creators too. Like our friend Jonathan Hedrick was just talking about how everybody, I think it was on Twitter or Facebook or something, but everybody wants like to be published. And he had this book that was published recently. I can't remember if he said the name of the book or not, but it was a $4,000 budget for the book, and his royalty checks so far have come out to a whopping $250 something. So like even getting published.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah, it's like come on.
It would have made more sense for him to go to Kickstarter.
Right. Oh yeah, he would have made that money ahead of time in Kickstarter. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird place to be right now.
Yeah, it's a strange world, but it's fun to be in the kind of a period where things are in flux.
Yeah.
It's going to suck for a lot of people, but as somebody watching from the outside, it's fun because there's a lot of change and a lot of stuff happening. And
we needed change before, so hopefully this is change for the better,
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the TV news. Marvel Studios released some new info about next month's Marvel Zombies animated series. First is new image from the series. Shows a group of zombies, very surprising. Also among the star-studded cast, actors Tessa Thompson, who plays Valkyrie in the MCU, Wyatt Russell, who plays U.S. Agent in the MCU, are joining the voice for their respective characters. I think that's cool. It's something we see DC and Marvel doing now is bringing those live-action characters into the fold. And yeah, that is indeed some zombies in the picture.
It's cool. I think we were talking a few months back about how I feel like there hasn't been a whole ton of zombie content recently. And more I'm seeing a bunch of zombie content coming back.
Yep. Just in time for October, too.
Yeah. Marvel season. Zombies, the comic is coming back. The show's coming. We got a few cool zombie comics in the wings. So as a person who was a fan of zombies for a long time, this has been really cool to see. And I love Marvel Zombies. If nobody's read, especially the original 2 runs of it, it's Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, it's Kirkman stuff. And he knows a thing or two about zombies.
Yeah, and it's just good comics. And even during that time, they did, I believe I still have the trade on my bookshelf. They did Army of Darkness versus the Marvel Zombies, which was really fun too.
Oh my God, I never read that. That was, there's so many books, there's so many series that you're like, I gotta read that, and then you forget about. I completely forgot about that till now. So now I gotta put it on my list.
I'll have to show you. I can't remember if it's the cover to the trade or if it was one of the issues, but one of them is Zombie, Howard the Duck, and Ash.
Oh God,
that's so good.
What the hell? I gotta find this now.
Well, so yeah, we'll see. I enjoyed that one episode of What If, so hopefully they got a good cast. They've got a good supporting. The showrunner has a good track record. I'm looking forward to this one.
Is it all in continuity with the MCU?
It's a separate universe, but
okay.
Because you remember What If they went to a Marvel Zombies?
Oh, that's true.
Universe.
This is a What If. Yeah. Okay. So that, because like having Wyatt Russell come in and stuff, I thought, okay, maybe.
And it's weird. They got a bunch of the actual MCU actors and actresses to do their roles for the characters.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Twisted Metal season 2 episodes 8 and 9. I started Twisted Metal. I'm like halfway through season 1. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I forgot you told me they're 30-minute episodes. So yeah, how's season 2?
It's good. They're in the middle of the, what do you call it, the tournament that they're going through, but we've gotten one big tournament moment, and then it's a lot of the season is in between, and they set it up to be they're all living together in this high school, and they have to interact, but they're not allowed to harm each other during the moments where they're outside of the tournament. But when they're supposed to be killing each other. It's weird.
Yeah.
They do a whole prom episode, which was pretty fantastic with Sweet Tooth running around, to be honest with you. So it's a lot of fun, craziness. It doesn't make any sense, but if you just like turn off the logical part of your brain, just have a good time.
Right.
I think it's a fun show.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of like comic book science or like wackiness that to like bridge the gap between what the game was and the story they're telling.
It's not fine. Like I've been telling people, because I had someone who was like, well, I never played the game, so I don't care. And I'm like,
there's no
it's
story.
Not like the game has some like amazing storyline that we had to follow.
Nobody is playing Twisted Metal for the story.
Yeah, it's not The Last of Us. It's not Final Fantasy, or it's not a game that I'm playing for the story. Yeah, it was about cars smashing,
blowing up
blowing
cars,
each other up,
blowing up the Eiffel Tower.
There just happened to be this like story in the background that we somewhat paid attention to.
Yeah. Is that so? When's the season finale? Episode 10?
I think 10. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that the first season was like 10 episodes, so it's got to be soon. The I started the Alien Earth show. I don't know if you've checked that out yet, but
I haven't had a chance to. Season 2 will be 12 episodes.
Oh, 12 episodes. Okay.
I've had one source talk to me about it and told me it was not good.
Not good. Okay.
That is not a source that I trust normally.
Okay, so what I'll say. Okay, all right. So we're 3 episodes in. For people that don't know, this is Alien Earth that takes place. So this takes place 2 years before the movie Alien, the first movie. So the premise of Alien is there's this company, Weyland-Yutani, sends people out knowingly that there's an alien, the xenomorph that sends them out into space. They knew about it the whole time, puts the whole crew at risk. So this is 2 years previously. There's 2 things that it gets into, Chris. So there's 3 companies that run the Earth, and they're all like, it's almost like an arms race for the next human hybrid. So you have like the synths, which we've always seen in the movies, that are like synthetic humans, they're just robots. You have augmented people that are people with like cyborg enhancements that are humans. And then you have this third one, which is Prodigy, this company that is like just an alien Earth. They're taking like children, because you can do this with their brains. It's easier to do with a children's brain, that are like terminally ill, and they're transferring their consciousness to synths, like robot bodies. So they get the robot bodies, but they do believe they're human still. And they're like, adult bodies, but they're like, they have like adolescence to them. Like they still are like kind of like joking around and stuff. So they're like enhanced people, but they have like a consciousness. So that's kind of like one of the characters. That's what it revolves around. But what happens is, because these companies control all 3 sections of Earth, a ship from Weyland-Yutani crashes into the section that Prodigy owns. So then there's this fight over who owns what. And that ship has some alien specimens on it. The xenomorph, a lot of other stuff. So the cool things about the show, you get to see a lot of other alien life forms that are really like fucked up. Like some really crazy and I don't think we've seen it all yet. The xenomorph, when we do see it, like just fucking shreds people. Like there's like, you know, like in the movies are like, if it's a one person's running from it, it's like, oh, they have a chance. You don't have a chance. Like it just like eviscerates people. They do practical effects for the xenomorph, so it looks phenomenal. And you know, there's kind of 2 warring sides. But the cool thing is, you know, the main, basically, we knew Weyland-Yutani knew about the aliens. They never told people in the first movie. This is why they know about it, because they've been researching and, you know, pulling. So that's kind of the premise of it. It's really good. I've been really liking it. The music is really good. Like the songs they pick for certain scenes. Like Metallica at the end of one of the episodes. That was pretty awesome. It's really, I think you'll like it. Because, I mean, if you like the alien universe and like this world building thing, I think you like it.
I'm sure I will. Just didn't get around to it this week.
No, it's really good.
I did, because I've actually been on vacation all week.
Mm-hmm.
I did catch up on a lot of movies this week.
Nice,
though, so.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of horror movies. We'll talk about movies in a second, but let's talk about Peacemaker, first episode of season 2, because my God, where do we begin?
Well, I've been trying to throw this out to everybody.
Yeah.
That did not watch it.
Okay.
Yet. Let's start with the previously on.
Yeah. So I love that they did that. So, you know, the Peacemaker starts with a sizzle reel of like what happened last season. And we talk about the elephant in the room. We have the Zack Snyder Justice League appear at the end of that first season. Well, they just retconned it. It's not even a retcon. It's like some other thing we haven't seen where it's like remembering differently or like changing the recap. But we get the Justice League, the Justice Gang that we see in the Superman movie instead of the Zack Snyder Justice League. What a perfect way to do it. And they just never address it again. Because when they did the flashback, they said, oh, the Justice Gang is here. I was like, I don't remember them saying Justice Gang in the episode. And then it shows Hawkgirl and Green Lantern. I thought they handled that well. What did you think about that?
I loved it. But my only issue with it is that so many people I talked to didn't watch the previously on. Because I get it. Because for me, I normally skip that as well.
Right.
It was semi-spoiled for me where somebody was like, yeah, there's a retcon in the previously on. So I've been trying to tell everybody, like, you got to watch that because it's going to be important for, like, not just the show.
Right.
But just
everything.
The DC stuff.
Yeah.
Altogether. Like, it's one of the most important things that happens in that entire episode is the previous.
It's the previous. Yeah, James Gunn did it again, dude.
But it was fantastic, like getting all 5 of them together. It's the 3 Justice Gangs from the Superman movie.
Yep.
And then Superman and Supergirl, which I thought was interesting as well.
Yeah. So
because the only time we've seen Supergirl so far, she was a drunken mess.
Yeah. So this is taking place later time, I guess.
So I'm thinking this takes place. Well, I'm thinking season 1 takes place after Supergirl.
True.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah, I thought it was done well, though.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that the Supergirl movie might take place before Superman because she's gone, right? So that time that she's gone...
It might even be parallel.
Yeah, happening the same time as Superman.
Yeah.
Just the Easter eggs in this episode alone, like, we got more Maxwell Lord in this movie than we did in Superman, which is crazy. The fact that James Gunn is just like casually using these characters is amazing. First off, John Cena kills it. He has an orgy in his apartment because he's sad and that was hilarious. The fact that they like tied the interdimensional portal back to his apartment and like what's going on was really cool. So that whole main story there was awesome. I didn't think he was going to kill the other Peacemaker at the end of the episode. That was a crazy reveal. He kills himself. And so I think that whole story and like I was feeling bad for him too. Like when he's sitting there talking with his dad and his brother, I'm like, damn, this like turned into like a drama all of a sudden. So that was really cool. But dude, the interview where he's, we see Peacemaker trying to join the Justice Gang. So he goes into this interview. And as he's going in, we see the White Rabbit running out. White Rabbit was hilarious. That was like, I was like, oh, that's White Rabbit. Katie was like, that was a that's a character. I go, yeah, from Batman. Grant Morrison, I think, used her last time we've seen her. We haven't seen her in a long time. Like, so that
She's
was
tied to the Alice in Wonderland thing.
yeah, it's weird.
Mad Hatter.
Yeah, so that was awesome. I mean, just seeing Green Lantern some more was great. Their interaction too, where he was like, he's like, guy, like they've seen each other before. I thought that interview scene was so funny. Yeah.
When they realized that the microphone was messed up and that the person on the other side of the glass could hear them when they turned off the microphone, and Maxwell Lord's just like, how many times did I mention that rabbit chicks camel toe? I broke out laughing, man.
That was so funny. Dude, so him as Maxwell Lord, I don't know if they're going to set him up as a villain, because the way he's acting as a character, I don't see him as a villain, but we'll see how that goes.
I could see down the line the switch being flipped.
Yeah, maybe he just goes crazy, but that was amazing. I like the whole Harcourt, is that her name? She's that fight scene with her in the bar was sick. She's like, down and out and depressed. I thought it was a great first episode. We're going to see him more in the other universe, so I can't wait to see more of that.
Yeah, the scene with HR where Hardcore has toxic masculinity made me laugh.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then when he goes to the other universe and sees that like him, his dad, and his brother are like this trio of superheroes that everybody loves.
Mm-hmm.
First, the reveal that it's Roy from The Office, that's his brother.
That was kind of funny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, him being there and then immediately the fight between him and himself was just a fantastic moment too.
Mm-hmm. And he's got like a jetpack and shit.
Great way to end the episode.
Yeah. When he dies and he's like holding him in his arms, like, like Supergirl.
Yeah.
Like I was like, damn, he's going to end the episode like that. And he did. I was like, hell yeah, let's go. New intro dance, which was great.
Yeah. So what's your better, worse, same as season 1?
I love, so the song they picked is by a band called Foxy Shazam that I love. I think the dance was better in the first one. I like the music in the second one. The first one I think just hits better because it was like the big reveal. It didn't seem like this one didn't have any more crazy dance moves than the last one.
I also think we were expecting this one.
Yeah, that's true.
Where like when that happened in the first one, like you're about to hit skip and you're like, wait, what's this?
Yeah, you're like, wait, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't think it lived up to the first season.
But also
I almost would have rather they kept the first season.
Yeah, that could have been it too. Yeah. I will say though, like, as much as like, I thought they'd be doing crazier dance moves. These people aren't dancers. Like John Cena can hardly walk. It looks like it's painful for this man to walk in most scenes. So like, I don't think he's doing that much more dancing. Overall, I was very happy with it. I cannot wait for the rest of the season.
Same.
Yeah, very happy with it. And I will say, go see Superman before you watch it. That's what I keep telling people. You don't have to, but it does help.
Yeah, I don't think you have to, but it does help, yeah.
Also, if you haven't seen Superman yet, what the hell are you doing? Movie news. James Gunn took to X this time to answer a question about the possibility of issues like what the MCU went through with Kang, and he said, if an actor can't continue the role, I'll change the actor. No problem. So there you have it, folks. I like that answer.
That's the correct answer.
That's the correct answer. Just fucking sweep it under the rug. Well, don't sweep the act under the rug. Sweep the actor under the rug and replace them.
I've been saying and some people even gone further than me. I've been saying for years, I don't think that any role in the MCU is so holy that we can't recast, except for Black Panther.
Yeah, that one.
The circumstances around that were different.
That was like, you do have exceptions come along, and that's one of them.
But I didn't understand why they didn't just, it was so easy to just replace Kang.
Yeah.
And if you really wanted to keep doing Iron Man movies, like, Robert Downey Jr. was phenomenal as Tony Stark. I'm not taking that away from him. I loved him. Dude, we get a new James Bond every fucking 4 movies. Like, why can't...
Yeah, that doesn't matter. So
I love this. I think it's the correct way to go about it. And it's just, especially in a world where we're talking about superheroes that are defined they're not defined by the actor necessarily, but they're defined by the suit. So people are going to be like, well, how do I know blah, blah, blahs? Okay, if we replace Iron Man and we put somebody else in the Iron Man suit,
it's Iron Man.
You know it's Iron Man.
Yeah,
It's not that hard. So I think this is the correct way to go about it from the top. Hopefully they never have to deal with a situation like Kang specifically or Black Panther. But if they do, we know where they stand, and I'm happy about it because it means that we don't have to change things at the last second and completely throw away continuity to figure things out.
And switch your whole main arc villain and all this shit. That would be a nightmare. All right, let's jump into the comic news. Marvel announced that Wiccan is getting his own series, so we'll move on from that. Titled Wiccan Witch's Road from writer Wyatt Kennedy and artist Andy Pereira. It's always funny when I know, with my limited Marvel knowledge, I know when a Marvel character is not worth anyone's time. I will read along just for everyone's sake. Macabre, a dark. I always have
Macabre, but it's probably wrong.
Adventure awaits down the Witch's Road that will reshape Wiccan and the magical fabric of Marvel Universe forever. Wiccan and Hulkling arrive back on Earth, but nothing is easy for the Marvel's favorite former Space Emperor's favorite, really. With Hulkling grievously wounded, it's up to Wiccan to save the day. But what lengths will they be willing to do so? This is it's probably the first and last Wiccan solo series. What do you think about this one, Chris? Is this
not the first? I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I don't care, but there's a lot of Young Avengers fans that like these characters.
Yeah,
I felt like as someone who never read Young Avengers, and that's a shame on me because I've heard it's really good and doesn't care too much about these characters. I felt like Marvel's tried their best to shove them down my throat for a long time, even putting him in Imperial and him being a part of the whole Agatha All Along storyline as well. I feel like this book is a year too late because they're trying to do the Agatha All Along storyline of the Witch's Road.
Right.
I'm sure it'll be another book that comes and goes with these characters personally. For the fans out there that like these characters, good on you. Enjoy.
Yeah. This one's a pretty cool announcement. I might even check this one out. Marvel announced that Hulk is getting a new #1 in his new series, The Infernal Hulk, from writer Philip Kennedy Johnson, the All-Star, and artist Nick Klein. Incredible, immortal, infernal. The evil known as Eldis has literally torn Bruce Banner and the Hulk apart and taken the Hulk's body as their own. This new unstoppable infernal Hulk is 10 times the monster that everyone always feared Hulk would be. Their diabolical plan is to plunge the world back into ancient horrors by transforming our heroes into nightmarish beasts. Meanwhile, the indomitable Bruce Banner, though powerless, will stop at nothing to thwart the evil schemes. Yeah, this sounds dope. The art is amazing. That design on the Infernal Hulk. And I like that storyline, turning people into monsters.
Yeah, it's the same creative team that's doing Incredible Hulk, so this is a continuation of their story, just so you're aware.
Okay.
But I just never been much of a Hulk guy. Like, there's specific times when I enjoy Hulk.
Yeah.
Even the Immortal Hulk, I got kind of sick of after a little while. So, not for me, but there's a lot of Hulk fans out there. I see people are enjoying it. I'm glad Philip Kennedy Johnson has a great book out there that people are enjoying.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Wow,
a lot of Marvel stuff that I don't care about this week.
Yeah, a lot of Marvel #1s coming out, folks. Marvel announced that Doctor Strange is getting a new #1 following his continuity change this fall from Derek Landy and artist Ivan Fiorelli. Stephen Strange stranded after becoming the Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard. Strange lost his chance at redemption and revenge against Doom when Loki murdered Thor, cutting Midgard off from the other 9 realms with no way home and few allies remaining in Asgard. Strange travels to Alfheim to investigate an emerging crisis, but an unfamiliar land can Strange prevent elves and angels from going to war over a mysterious coffin, maybe with some help from Heaven's own Angela. Yeah, so they're rebooting Strange. He's not on Earth, so I think that's cool. Not a book you're going to be reading, though.
It sounds cool, but
Yeah.
no. I wasn't reading Doctor Strange, whatever they're calling it, Sorcerer of Asgard or whatever.
Yeah.
I won't jump on this. Another character who enjoy well enough, but I don't read a whole lot of his solo stuff. So.
And honestly, looking at these images and the covers, it looks like a He-Man book, which almost might be pretty interesting. It's giving big He-Man vibes with the whole sorcerer of another world.
Yeah, that cover has.
It's very He-Man-esque.
Yeah.
So that's the.
But yeah, it's interesting to see Angela back. Yeah, people may remember Angela was a Spawn character.
Mm-hmm.
that a certain disgraced writer created and sold to Marvel.
Interesting.
So we haven't seen her in a bit that I'm aware of. But yeah, like I said, sounds interesting. Hopefully the fans enjoy it. But as I've said so many times on this show and in real life, I have a big pull list and there's not enough room to read everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of books to read. The next thing Marvel announced is with Captain America #6, they're introducing a new team. What? Called the United Nations Security Council, or the UNCSC for short. The team will debut new characters: Captain Kingdom, Captain France, Red Widow, and the Star. Okay, this is pretty dope. Captain France, oui. So, you got Chip Zdarsky running it still. I mean, that's a pretty cool introduction. You're getting some new characters. I like those character designs. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm always down for more of these like other nations, Captain Americas.
Yeah.
Captain Kingdom makes me laugh because we already have Captain Britain. I get it's
Yeah.
different, but like we already have it. Captain France, what does he do? Retreat?
Yeah, he just runs away. They should give him really fast boots.
I think Red Widow looks interesting, but I'm interested to see that we have Red Widow, so a Russian character.
Right.
And the Star looks like a Russian character.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't come up with like another.
Yeah.
That's my only critique here is like we had to have two Russian characters.
Yeah, we're covering the UK, France, and Russia. Nobody else.
Yeah.
They didn't want to touch Germany. Like, Germany doesn't have their own.
But I think it's cool, the idea of having like these all come together. Like I enjoyed when they did the Captain America Corps back in the day. And when you get team ups with like Captain Britain and Captain America.
This book it's going to turn into Captain America Incorporated. Which is awesome. That's
Captain
not a bad
Corps.
thing. Yeah.
That would be hilarious, and I would enjoy that because I've been going through my old comics and my old all the old Batman Incorporated stuff popped up.
Oh yeah, nice.
The best part about organizing your comics, Mike, is you're like, oh, I remember this book. This is a great book, and then you put it back.
And then you put it back in the box. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, that's awesome.
Interesting though, Chip Zdarsky, Canadian.
Yeah.
No Captain Canuck.
No. Yeah, where is he? Come on, guys. He's probably saving the best for like some reveals.
That's gonna be the big reveal at the end.
DC announced a new series titled Batman Static Beyond from writer Evan Narcisse and artist Nicola Draper Ivory. In this debut issue, Terry McGinnis patrols the neon-lit streets of Neo Gotham, while Virgil Hawkins pioneers a technological revolution with the launch of the Q-Wave energy grid as Earth prepares to join a powerful interplanetary alliance called the Cooperative. The Justice League Beyond stands ready to usher in a new era of peace, but when a mysterious villain triggers a global blackout, the planet's future hangs in the balance with technology crippled and chaos rising. Static and Batman Beyond must forge an unlikely alliance and take a grounded approach to saving the world before it's too late. So I guess this is the Batman Beyond stuff we had heard from a little bit from our boys on the show. This is the only way they're going to get us to read Static, I guess, Chris, is putting him in a Batman Beyond book. I'm going to read this. I like the cover that doesn't have Static on.
Yeah, that's the one I'll be buying.
Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth. The only way they get me to read a Static Shock book is this. I was a man of two minds when this was announced. Like, I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, cool, another Batman Beyond book.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had heard from Hive Mind, I believe, on the show that there was a plan in place and they were going to do something with Batman Beyond, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. You didn't do another Neo-Gothic because of this?
Yeah, this is like... This is because DC wanted to sell some Static books.
It honestly is, because the whole milestone initiative at DC did not go well. Like, let's just call balls and strikes. And Static Shock at one point was a popular character in a cartoon.
It was.
It just hasn't held up. I'm sorry. I never really enjoyed it personally, but it just seems like that character has never held up in the modern comics age. So, hey, let's see if we can get Batman Beyond people to enjoy what the character is in their current continuity by teaming them up. Sure. It's got to be the most amazing book I ever read for me to buy a Static Shock book outside of this.
Yeah, but also, like, this isn't even the Static Shock we knew back. Like, this is older, 30 years later.
Yeah, this is current continuity Static Shock.
Yeah, this is beyond.
Yeah, because they've tried to take all those milestone characters and do something with them. I think they fumbled the ball a ton with how they handled it.
No offense, but this is Black Lightning. It's the same power set. He's just older now.
It's this. I believe it was the same idea. It was
right.
We want a teenage version of that character.
Right.
Let's set it in the future.
Yep.
Because Batman Beyond was successful. Yeah.
So. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're gonna read it because it's a Beyond book, but
it's Batman Beyond. Like it's even if it's not good, it's got to go in my collection. So.
Yeah. So I would rather have more Neo Gothic stuff.
100 times.
Yeah. DC Comics gave us some first information on the DC Marvel crossover issue Batman/Deadpool with news on the other stories in the issue and what variant covers we can expect. So Constantine Doctor Strange, which is awesome, will be written by Scott Snyder, James Tynion IV, Joshua Williamson, and art by Hayden Sherman. Yes. Yes, right?
So I'm super excited for that story.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I'm confused on why 3 writers had to come together to do it.
Yeah, it is kind of I do love the cover for that one. I think that's really
it looks really cool.
Next one, Nightwing Wolverine, or Kinney Wolverine, will be written by Tom Taylor, art by Bruno Redondo. Crazy Tom Taylor is getting. I guess that makes sense with Laura Kinney Wolverine. I don't really know, but I mean, I'm going to read all these, so it doesn't, it doesn't like bother me.
So it obviously it does nothing for me that pairing. Like I really just
I don't care about either of those characters. So.
Yeah, I get why Tom Taylor's writing them. He wrote both those characters.
Right.
I'm sure it was sent out to everybody like, hey, we're doing this now. Shut up. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, right.
But like, we'll take pitches for crossover.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Tom Taylor's like, I did both these characters. Let's, and people liked it. So let's see. And they took it.
Harley Quinn versus the Hulk, written by Mariko Tamaki and art by Amanda Connor. Not 2 characters I really care about, but that cover is really good. Them eating a hot dog contest.
Once again, two characters I don't really want to see.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Go on to the next one. I'll give my overall thoughts. Cause
it gets worse. Static and Miss Marvel, written by G. Willen Wilson and art by Dennis Cohen. Again, Static, and then Miss Marvel. But then the crazy part is we got 18 variant covers shown off by like Nick Dragotta, Ryan Sook, Dan Mora, Jim Lee, Frank Whiteley, Sean Murphy. Dudes, these variant covers include like Punisher and Batman. You have Doom versus Joker. We're not getting all these stories, right? These are just covers they did. Covers. So like, why? That makes me upset because I look at like Static and whatever the hell Miss Marvel, and then I see that cover of like Punisher and Batman. Why am I not getting that story?
So let me start with the stories. I think Marvel. I don't think there's a competition. The Marvel version of this book has the better stories, at least better. As they're announced. I haven't read them yet, but so we'll see. But the ones I'm more like excited about, I think these are 90% lame. There's one that I really think will be cool. I don't know if you agree with me there, but that's how I feel about those stories.
Yeah, no, these all sound like trash. Except for the first one. Yeah.
I do want to say I think the Nightwing Wolverine one people will be excited about because there's a huge fan base behind both those characters and those runs by Tom Taylor. We're just not in that fan base. That being said, DC killed it with the variant covers.
Dude, that Quitely cover, didn't Quitely already have a cover announced? That Quitely cover looks way better.
So I was going to bring that up because the Quitely cover for Marvel, we both agreed looked like shit.
Yeah, the Batman he did, it looked really bad.
This is awesome.
That is Quitely that you know.
Yeah, that's a great cover, and I can't believe that. Like, just comparing those two, I can't believe how good it looks. What was it? I think the Jim Lee one, I think Jim Lee's kind of losing his luster with me. I'm not too fond of that one.
The Sean Murphy one's crazy.
I'll say the Dragotta one you brought up is cool. The Lee Bermejo one, I really like. Sean Murphy, obviously. Ryan the Sook. One I might actually get, though, is the Ryan Sook.
The Ryan Sook, Christ on Infinite. I might have to buy a bunch of these because these are just so good.
Because if you look... Like, if you can find a bigger version of that cover and you start looking in the background, there's characters from both universes in the background. Like, it's who's who. Amazing. It's amazing.
It is really good.
It's Ryan Sook, man. Like,
yeah.
But then, of course, Dan Mora comes in with
The Sean Murphy ones. I didn't hear you mention you don't like the Jai Lee one because what is even going on in that one? I have no idea.
There's a Jai Lee one.
Yeah, you didn't see it's like two naked women. It's Wonder Woman and who's that? Rogue, and they're like in underwear. I don't know.
That's the old Miss Marvel. That for a Jai Lee superhero cover, I would say is on the better end. I don't like it.
Yeah.
At least it's not Batman Superman that skinny.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like one of these is not like the other though. Like others have actual backgrounds and it is just like white.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at Alex Lorenzo. The Jai Lee one. Oh god, yeah, that is.
Okay, yeah. Alex
and
Lorenzo.
That is Rogue, yes.
Yeah, okay. It's bad, right? It looks bad. I have no comments about that one.
That actually is really bad. Like even Wonder Woman
with her Peter Pan shoes.
Like her Peter Pan shoes, but then like her body isn't like her arms are super small, but then her like waist is.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip by that.
They just keep letting Jai Lee do his thing, like sit in the corner.
I've heard that he's cheap.
Well, he doesn't draw much, so.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like it used to be, you had to have
talent.
No,
sorry.
There were certain artists you had to have as like a variant cover to be a real comic back in the day.
Yep.
And I'm zoning on names right now. George Perez being the big one in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like now it's just like every book has a Jai Lee cover. And I mean, I don't hate Jai Lee. I think he has his place. I just don't understand the big obsession with him doing superhero stuff.
Yeah.
That's just where I stand with him.
Yeah,
but I'll probably get the Ryan Sook cover. Although I got to say that Dan Mora, especially since there's going to be a foil variant of it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's yeah.
But I'm still excited to read these. Let's just get it out already, you know?
I do think it's funny, though. You saw there's wraparound covers, too, for both issues.
Mm-hmm.
So the Marvel wraparound cover has Batman on the front page, Deadpool on the back. And the DC one is Deadpool on the front page and Batman on the back.
I don't understand. It's weird. I don't know why they chose to do it that way.
I'm just super excited to get that. The Marvel issue. I think that's coming out next month, and it's going to be huge, man.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting. Image Comics and Ghost Machine announced that this October we'll see the return of Rook, issue 7. So we got some awesome variant covers, got some sample pages. I'm just excited. I don't even need to read the sample pages. I'm ready for more Rook. Fans eager to catch up on the series, though, Volume 1, and you can start pre-ordering the deluxe hardcover edition. So hell yeah, I'll probably be pre-ordering that. I don't know if we saw that in the article, folks. But really excited. I do like what they're doing with the covers. Covers is that like 7 through 12, so we're going up to 12 now. You can like put them together as like a poster. It looks really neat with all the characters.
Yeah, it looks like some new masks being introduced.
Yeah, this is like my
behind the mask.
I think this is still my favorite like series from all of these. I really love this book.
I really love the first 6 issues. I thought it was a really great starting point for it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it has the opportunity to be the best without a doubt. I can't even tell you what my favorite is right now because I really like these books.
They're all really good.
Yeah, I think Ghost Machine is doing a great job.
Image Comics announced that Bug Wars is getting a one-shot story that will bridge the first volume and the second volume that will come next year. The one-shot's titled Bug Wars, the Spider Witch special from Jason Aaron and artist Mahmoud Asrar. I know you're really liking this series, right?
I love the first volume was so good. And we'll talk about the last issue at the end of the show, but to see at the end of the book that they named it Volume 1, mm-hmm. and he states in the back, like, hey, we're coming back for more. Like, this was way more successful than we thought it would be. Yeah, it's for anyone out there that likes Conan the Barbarian style stories. Mm-hmm. It's that, except it's a kid who shrinks down his backyard and is fighting ants and maggots and shit.
Yeah, and it's Jason Aaron writing it.
And Muhammad Sar doing the art. Just phenomenal. So yeah, I'll be excited for this because it's going to dive more into the spider culture in the backyard who live in the hanging plants, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense.
And their whole magic-based culture. So to see more of them, they were a very mysterious part of the book in the first volume. So yeah.
I'm waiting for the trade for this. It comes out. Looks like it comes out towards the end of October for the Volume 1 trades.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, it's by far Jason Aaron's best independent book, like non-Big Two book, and just a really great 6 issues of comics. I highly recommend.
Nice. Image announced a new original graphic novel titled The Shadow Planet from writer Giovanni Barberi and artist Gianluca Pagliarani. I had to do the heads. There you go. The crew of the Rocket Vidar lands on a barren planet to rescue a lost patrol, but when they find what they find can destroy mankind. The Shadow Planet is a unique take on the retrofuturism, perfect for fans of science fiction horror mashup films like Alien, The Thing, Annihilation, Event Horizon.
Yeah, I love the idea of doing more OGNs again. It seems like we got away from it as an industry.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting combination. I know Lovecraftian horror has a like sci-fi nature to it, but I feel like you don't see it a ton in sci-fi.
No.
So that combination sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool idea.
I love I think it's the artist here. His comment on the book is it's some kind of Star Trek with cigarettes, sex, and bad language.
Hell yeah. Oh, sign me up. That's all I needed to hear. Oh my god.
I also wonder, they don't say in the press release, but is this a like Italian comic that...
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, the team is definitely Italian folks.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is like, it's never been published in America and now it is kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. All right, let's talk about what we read the last couple weeks. I'm still catching up, so this is just what I have. I have a whole pile. Well, I have a whole digital pile. And I kind of was picking and choosing stuff. I do want to talk about Superman: The Kryptonite Spectrum. I don't know if you read that one. Did you read that one? Damn, because that was one of my favorites. I thought, so this is the team up from Ice Cream Man. Maxwell Prince, Martin Morazzo. It's a first issue, and it's funny that I'm rereading All-Star Superman alongside this. I bought one of the $10 trades, so I have been reading that.
Did you buy like the compact one?
Yeah, the compact ones. Those are amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they had an All-Star Superman compact.
So,
yeah.
Real quick, I saw that at Walmart of all places.
Oh, that's cool.
And I just picked them up because they had a Marvel one and a DC one. I forget what Marvel calls theirs. And I was just kind of looking through them. I'm like, oh, these work. Like,
yeah.
I thought the announcement, I didn't think they would work, but
no, they had All-Star, and I'm waiting for the other ones because they have New Frontier coming out and stuff that I want to reread, and I don't want to like pull out issues. It's great just to like flip through. It's like a manga really, but it does work. The art works. It's easy to read, so I really like it for $10.
Yeah, and I've been seeing some. I think it was Joseph Schmeckel. I'm probably butchering his last name. Who does that book I like, 7 Years of Darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Indie creator who's also doing his trades that way.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great idea. I think you might see that in the future. I don't know.
Well, his whole theory, because I was listening to an interview he did, his whole theory was kids, so not us, Mike,
right?
Are used to reading manga in that size.
So why not? It's easier to carry around. You can throw it in a bag. That makes sense to me. And so reading this alongside All-Star Superman, I was like, wow, this is very kin to All-Star Superman. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's interesting. Like, it's Superman, but it's interesting sci-fi, which is what Superman should be, like explorative sci-fi. Lots of other characters come in to the fold. Like, he has Batman testing the kryptonites with him. The first kryptonite we test is purple kryptonite, and this book's gonna get trippy, but the first one kind of alters how he sees time. So he's like having this battle, and he's like witnessing it like before and it's I thought it was a fantastic first issue. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's somebody that's reading a ton of Superman.
Yeah,
right now.
Same. Yeah, right.
It was a breath of fresh air because I didn't even think of the All-Star Superman connection, but you're right, especially in the art.
The art too.
The art has a Quietly-esque feel to it, and I love what they were doing. They introduced 4 new kryptonites, and it wasn't just the typical. Like when they got to Rainbow Kryptonite, I was like, okay, we're going off the deep end here.
Yeah,
And I thought, the way this story was presented was really cool, and just 4 issues. Let's try a different kryptonite each issue, see what happens.
It's a lot of fun.
It's If you're reading the regular Superman stuff, that is Superman Limited, Action Comics, this is so different from those books that it can definitely fit in your reading and not feel like you're getting another of the same book.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel the same way.
Yeah, I loved it.
Aquaman number 8. I guess Aquaman dies in this issue, but then he gets resurrected by the Blue somehow. A lot of comic book science, and then he defeats Dagon by killing killing the object that gave him all the power over the Blue. So that's kind of where we wrap up the issue, right? So
yeah, I thought it was funny. They there's another book in my list that did this too. They made him a Christ-like figure.
Yeah,
by killing him, resurrecting him, making him more powerful when he's resurrected.
Yeah, I was like, wow, very nice. I haven't seen that before.
I loved it, but it was funny that I saw that twice this week in my books.
That's funny.
Interesting to see where they take it now, because now Dagon is defeated. He has the orb.
Yeah,
from issue 1,
the orb of stupidity.
So now he's got to get back to the regular DC universe and see what happens. And I like that he didn't just. I feel like when it was Swamp Thing or Animal Man, and they dealt with their perspective color, they took over the mantle of being the avatar, the ruler of that thing.
Right.
And he said no, because that's not who Aquaman is.
Right.
It would have been easy just to make him like the avatar of the Blue.
The avatar of the Blue. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I really liked it. And I think we have a cool new supporting cast to follow Aquaman forward. Hopefully they jump over the regular universe with them.
Yeah, I think that was cool. Fantastic Four number 2. So, the Fantastic Four were like trapped in all these different timelines, and Sue Storm was when the way future they couldn't find this Eternity Rock that they were supposed to meet up at. So what Reed does is he spends a ton of time and effort like making a coal mine in like the Middle Ages and burying the coal, compressing it into diamonds over millions of years. So when Sue flies up in the air and can't find the rock, she like sheds her like light across the world and sees like all these giant arrows pointing the ground that are made out of diamonds. It's a crazy comic book science thing. It is the Fantastic Four though, so that's like how they get back to their time. But then Doom is like, they come back and Doom is like, oh yeah, this is, I suspected you would defeat me, now I learned how you defeated me. So then he transports them back in time again, basically saying that like every time you come back, it shows me how you won, and now I'm just going to show like how you defeated me, so I'm going to send you back. It's a very Doom thing to do.
So Doom just Uno reversed them.
Yeah, basically. So they get transported to the day that they're going to like fight Doom, I think. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's wacky stuff. Action 1089. I really love that issue. Talking about more Superman. Did you read this one?
I'm not reading.
Oh,
that's the one Superman thing I'm not.
Okay,
reading.
So this is the Mark Waid book. His teacher that shows up that we know as a superhero ends up being a guy named Captain Comet, who was like a hero in the past, and he's like gone to different worlds. It was an interesting story. I don't know if it's ever been done before where Mark Waid did this, but he basically shows up, and Captain Comet has gone to other worlds and seen people like Superman that have gotten so much power that they've destroyed the planet, like they've like ruined the ecosystem, and so he's basically. He's like, I need to train you and help you out. And what we find out at the end of the issue, he's working with General Lane. And this is still a young Superman. So this Superman's in high school. Really good story so far. Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice, number 2. Luthor has this giant train mech that he's fighting. He's destroying the town. But they defeat him, the new Justice Gang that comes together. But he like grabs the kryptonite that they found and like gets transported to another area somehow. We find out that planet Krypton, when they blew up, they started going to other planets and taking them over, kind of like an Iron Fist, and not like the nice Krypton we usually know about in the comics. And we find out that like, there was one person behind it all. So we get Constantine from the last series is still in like Egypt. He was like finding these artifacts from the Kryptonian age. He's been looking for the Phantom Stranger for some reason, and this guy is like, hey, I want to find the Phantom Stranger with you too. But we see somebody land in the desert with one of the ships from Krypton, and he's like, the Destroyer of Worlds has found Earth, and it's Zod. So that it was pretty dope. And he had like this he had this armored suit on that you almost thought, oh, they're gonna do Ares. No, it was Zod, and that was really cool. So it's been a crazy. The Gotham by Gaslight universe has been really cool.
Yeah, I need to get the trade for the last one.
Yeah.
Because I read the first couple issues and I dropped off. But I have the trade for the original Gotham by Gaslight. So I just decided, I was like, I'll just get them in trades as they come out.
Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, number 2, number 3.
Number 2,
3. Superman stuck in Hollow Earth after Lex leaves him there. He's just like, peace out, dude. Have fun with these giant monkeys. And then Superman actually ends up getting out of there straight to run into Godzilla. So hopefully next issue we see the rematch with Godzilla. Wonder Woman and Supergirl find the base that they're operating out of, and it's really funny. They knock out Peacemaker because they're Like he's like, wow, I can't believe how easy it was to capture you, and then they break out and knock him out. And then Batman has kind of discovered their whole plan to grow these Titans. So that's kind of where we leave off. But hopefully a big match is coming with Superman and Godzilla.
Yeah, hopefully.
And the last thing I got to read was a Kickstarter book, hardcover, Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales by Mr. Travis Gibb. A lot of fun, a lot of fairy tale stories that I didn't know previously. Because I'm not, really I only know like the famous ones, everybody like Red Riding Hood. So a lot of weird, twisted Cthulhu stories. And it's just a lot of fun, a lot of different art styles, a lot of different, reimaginings of these stories, and a lot darker than normal because this is like the original stories they're dealing with. So I love these Cthulhu Invades books. I highly recommend it. If you're not a Travis Gibb fan, go out there and check those out. There's a lot of comics in there for, what he charges. So really good stuff.
Yeah, he's doing a reprint of the first volume
in
November. So
and second volume's out now, I think. Or
the original, I think it was Cthulhu Invades.
Cthulhu Invades, yeah.
What was it? Was it Wizard of Oz?
Oz, yeah. Cthulhu Invades Oz, yep.
So if you're not on board, you can check that out. And good place to start.
Yeah. Go check them out. And that's all I got to this week. I got a stack of books, but I wanted to read that Kickstarter book first. I was really excited for that.
Okay, well, I'll start. I always have my comics over here. Everybody put in order of what I believe Mark.
It's probably some absolute books that I haven't got to yet.
So, yeah, I'm gonna spoil some books on Mike, but I will start by saying, okay. I started 6th Gunn. I want everybody to know.
Dude, you're ahead of me. Damn, I haven't finished Hellboy yet.
I've had the first volume on the bus, so I put it out and I started reading it. And I'll say I read like a couple issues, and I was like, "This is good," but
yeah,
I don't see a big deal. And I'm now on issue 12, and I can tell you, Mike, I sat down and read like 6 issues in one night. That's how I got on it.
Awesome. Okay.
To the point where like I don't want to read my books right now. I want to read 6th Gunn.
Nice.
When I finish, I'll let you know. But
okay,
it's really good.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it.
So let's start with Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe.
Number two. Yep.
Interesting that the whole new Avengers that showed up at the end of the last issue,
they weren't in it.
Aren't as in it as I thought they would be. But we start in the year 2099, Mike.
Okay. Makes sense.
Where we see a future where Godzilla wins. And like you've got Johnny Storm is the only remaining Fantastic Four, and he's got to figure out how to like send something back in time to stop this from happening.
Mm-hmm.
And he does. The issue like ends with that thing happening and getting back into the past. Won't spoil that, but it's a fun little thing for Fantastic Four fans. But a lot of good fighting, like all the villains. So he destroys the bar with no name, so all the villains are in there.
Oh,
so like they join the fray and start fighting, and like
funny.
The Spot joins in, Stiltman shows up, Hydro Man, like all the shitty villains, man.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
All the shitty villains are in on it now. You destroyed our bar.
Literally, there's a whole conversation in here about how he destroyed the bar, and now like they don't have insurance because who would insure a supervillain bar?
I mean, it makes sense when you don't think about it. Like that makes the most sense.
And so all the villains go. Venom attacks at one point, and the Venom symbiote's like, I want to attach to that because the Venom symbiote wants to be the most powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider-Man has to like shoot a web and capture it to be like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah. We already saw that in another book.
Honestly, I enjoyed the first issue a lot. This is 10 times more fun than the first issue.
Great.
I thought it was a great issue.
Awesome.
Space Ghost, number 1.
Yeah, the new Space Ghost. Yep.
The only thing I don't like about it, and I get it because you're trying to sell new number 1s,
right.
but no year 2 on this anywhere, so that's going to be fun when I put it in my pull box.
I know, that sucks.
So it is taking the events of the annual, moving forward with it. The kids now have their grandpa around, so that's a whole conversation. And Space Ghost fights a new villain, which was a lot of fun. But it was like kind of the team, Popose and Lou, introducing the character, like, trying to get people who are buying a new number 1 into it. I thought it was a good issue, but it is going to be a lot of setting up the story so that we can move forward as opposed to continuing what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's continued is the whole grandfather thing, which is the least interesting part of the story for me.
Not as exciting.
So, but you'll see at the end of this, like that kind of gets concluded in a way.
Okay.
and we can move past it. Absolute Batman.
Hell yeah.
What was this? Number 11.
Does Bane break him finally?
Bane's origin story.
Nice. I'm sure that's wild.
But his origin story is mixed with Bane breaking the bat.
Okay, cool.
So it's a really great issue. It's not... who's the artist on the issue?
What's not?
It's Clay Mann.
Oh my god.
Art. Yeah, so it's not Tragoda.
Yeah, but Clayman is so good.
It's really good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, there's a new status quo for Absolute Batman after this. Let's put it that way.
Okay, cool.
But a good issue. Mega Man Zero Timelines, number 1, Mike.
Oh, I read that one too.
Did you really? So let's start. Ian Flynn writes this issue, so former guest of the show, Mike.
Yeah,
and
very happy.
Very well known as the Sonic the Hedgehog writer for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He also did the Mega Man comic at Archie Comics. So it's a fun issue. It takes place in that Zero universe where we're kind of post Mega Man X, where X may or may not be like taking over the world kind of thing, like dictator style. And he's out trying to help people and do his thing. A lot of fighting, a lot of action. It sets up a big story, which the next issue is Mega Man ZA, which is a sequel to the Mega Man Zero series in the video games. So I think that issue is going to continue the story further because it does end on a cliffhanger. One thing though, the art's fucking amazing, dude. Like for what the book is.
Yeah.
And like the characters we're dealing with, it's the best art so far. And I would love to see that artist take on anything of this style, but specifically a Mega Man book in the future. It's really great. Okay, new number 1 of the week, Mike. Escape, number 1.
Yep.
Amazing art because it's Daniel Acuna.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you remember, it's that one where like animals or anthropomorphized animals and all that.
Yeah.
It's a World War II book.
Okay.
We've got this crew that they go on missions bombing places. And this is going to be their final mission. The bomb, of course, goes wrong because it has to.
Because it has to.
The evil empire are bats, and they're very obviously Nazis.
Of course they are.
So the main character here, the plane he's on, they bomb this whole city to try to like deal with them. And as he's flying back around for the second round, they get shot down. Everybody in his crew dies except for him. He survives, but now they're all running around looking for him. So he has to survive the ruins of the city that he just bombed while being hunted by these bat Nazis. It's really good, man.
That's cool.
Like really, really good. So
sounds good.
Amazing art, and Rick Remender writing it. I'm not like an absolutist with Remender, but like when he's cooking, he's cooking. So I think he's got something special here.
That's cool.
Batman Dark Patterns number 9. The Red Hood Gang's not back.
Okay.
It's a crazy old man who just wants to like instill order in this part of Gotham again by making people fear the Red Hood Gang again, which leads Batman down a path of like, this story started with him thinking there's connections between the first 2 stories and trying to convince himself there isn't, because when you because you see a pattern doesn't mean there is a pattern. There was a whole technical term for that. And it ends with him going back to, I should have never gone there. I should have left it be because I was looking for a pattern. Hence Dark Patterns is the name of the book. So I feel like the next storyline, we're going to kind of tie this all together. Still continues to be the best Batman book in the market right now. So
hell yeah.
Even though it's nowhere on the cover, Mike, this is Quick Stop's Volume 3, number 1.
Just the Chasing Amy book.
So yeah, if you remember, this was supposed to be the issue of Chasing Amy from the movie Chasing Amy at the end of the movie that they create. Honestly, it wasn't that good. Like, it's a recap of the movie.
Okay. If
you watch the movie, there's nothing interesting or new in here. Sad to say, because Chasing Amy is one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies. So a little bit of a bummer on that one. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 3 continues to be another like trip through the Ultimate Universe. This time with the X-Men. So we're in Eurasia. Same thing happens. Spider-Man gets there. He meets the characters from that book. He's trying to find his daughter. Just about to get his daughter when somebody else snatches her away. I'm seeing a pattern in this book. It's fun to jump through the universe, but it's not like it's this amazing book.
Yeah.
This issue, though, is for you, Mike, is the Ultimates number 15. So we've got, is it Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
So, and this is the other Christ-like figure that met in this week's books. Shang-Chi is a Iron Fist from the past who went through all this stuff and died for our sins, Mike, and all this stuff.
Yep.
he ends up dying, and then there's a whole religion based around him where like he will one day come back, the second coming of Shang-Chi. And it happens during this issue. We see a little boy who has the power of the Iron Fist and all this stuff, and the Ultimates have to go. But they bring along this guy who just, feels like he has to be there, named Danny Rand. Has no powers, nothing. He's just friends with Luke Cage.
Yep.
And the issue ends with them saving Shang-Chi from all the evil people, getting him back. We see a connection between Danny and the Master of Kung Fu, but they don't show Danny with the Iron Fist in this issue. So it's a very Kung Fu like issue of the Ultimates.
Okay, that's awesome.
But we'll see what happens with Danny moving forward. I feel like they're definitely setting him up to be the Iron Fist.
Yeah, forward. Of course.
Like they have to be. I Hate Fairyland number 43, another war issue, Mike. But this war takes place between the Dessert Kingdom and the Appetizer Kingdom.
Okay.
Because the Dessert Kingdom feels like the appetizers are stealing their thunder a little bit. People order too much appetizers, not enough dessert. So it's a whole battle there. And at the end, our lead character, Gert, is hired by the desserts to help out. And she ends up feeling bad for like what she does and goes, well, I guess I'll just leave now after just destroying both of them. Typical I Hate Fairyland stuff.
Yeah, just classic.
The Umbrella Academy Plan B number 2. The second team, the Sparrows, they're going full dictator mode. Like they're ripping off the heads of the villains and playing soccer with them, which was weird, and basically scaring all the villains back to jail. In the last volume, they escaped from Hotel Oblivion. That's where they're being held. That was their like negative zone.
Mm-hmm.
And and then we got the Umbrella Academy, who's some of them are trying to take out the villains and get them off the streets. Some of them are trying to figure out what to do next. There's a whole thing going on.
Okay.
And then we get some of the background of the Sparrows as well.
I gotta catch up on that.
Good. Imperial number 3.
Nice.
Nova reactivates the Nova Core computer system in this issue and basically finds out who's behind it, which is the Grandmaster. And he's playing against one of the... Shoot. I read too many books now. My brain just blanked out.
They're all morphing together.
Black Bolt's people.
The Inhumans.
Are
the Inhumans. Yeah, the Inhumans.
And we find out that they've played the Grandmaster for a fool. He had this whole thing, but he really was going to backstab him the whole time by bringing back Jesus Christ, Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
And quote unquote kill the Grandmaster, although we know he's not killed. And find out that this whole thing, all the events here that were set in place are basically a way to bring back the Inhumans and give Black Bolt a kingdom once again. So it feels like this is them bringing back the Inhumans as they were prior to like the whole Marvel trying to make them the X-Men thing. So that's interesting. And then the last book, Mike, I promise, is Bug Wars number 6.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which...
the finale.
Our lead character and his dad like have this whole conversation. His dad is like a part of the spider, the web of the spider, like his consciousness is there so he can project himself in there and all this stuff. And he's trying to pump up his kid, like go save the world from the bugs and all this stuff. He's got all the power he needs. He's got his new shiny armor suit and everything. But as he's leaving, he's trying to tell him like, don't go to the forest, but his kid can't hear him. So obviously the next volume is him going to the forest.
Mm-hmm. Because he didn't listen.
But it's a huge battle sequence. His brother's being attacked by all these bugs. He has to save them. And he finally gets full control over the power that his dad left for him. Is able to connect all the dots, use it for good, all that stuff. Big battle sequence, ends with a conclusion that kind of wraps it all up and shows that the next volume, like he keeps looking into the forest, being like, I think there's something in there, even though he was told not to go in there. So great series. I mean, everybody should check that out, especially, like I said, if you like Conan the Barbarian, it's that style book. It
looks awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for the trade to come out.
Well, Mike, that was everything I read this week. Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Fortress Ricker on Twitter/X. Where can they find you and or the show?
You can find me on any social media, including X, Blue Sky, all that fun crap, at Fortress Chris. And you can also find me at chriscomicscorner.substack.com. You can find the show on social media at Fortress Pod or at fortresscomicnews.com. If you want a sports show, like, subscribe, share, comment down below on our YouTube channel. 5-star reviews on the podcatchers. And for more, you can check out patreon.com/fortresscomics. Thank you all so much for watching and or listening this week. See you all here next week.